So now we will be seeing how to put validations, or you can say assertions, on specific test steps. So for that we will be using this website as an example. So let's just come back and record some steps for the validation. So for that, create a new test with the base URL of this website and then click on start recording. So it will open that specific website. Now we will perform some actions, like first we're gonna check this checkbox, then click on remove button. After that, it will show this text like it says it's gone. So we will be selecting this text and then we will be clicking on add button, and then here is one more text which says it's back. We will also select it, and after that, yeah, that's all, and then we will be stopping this test. So now right now what we have done is we have clicked on a checkbox and then click on a button which remove this checkbox, and then it shows us a message saying it's gone. After that we again click on add button and then it shows us the message it's back. So right now, let's say if we want to check that this checkbox is checked or not before going to the next step, how to do that? So for that, you just need to just hover on this arrow and there you will be seeing these options. So you need this option which says Testim predefined steps. So click on it and it will give you some validations, weights, and actions. So what we need is a validation. So just click on the validation and here you will be seeing multiple validations, like validate element text, element visibility, custom validation, element not visible, CSS property, HTML attribute, and here you can see validate checkbox. And yeah, there are many more, but we will be seeing those in upcoming lectures, but right now we are interested in this. So click on this and then it will open that particular step in a new window. So now you have to select that particular checkbox. So here is this checkbox and you need to select it in order to, you can say, add assertion on it. So click it and it will be selected and just close it. So if you look carefully, there is one more step added which says validate checkbox. So it validate the checkbox, and if you need to change its configuration, so just click on it and click on show properties. So it will like show the properties of this validation. So here if you see the expected status which is right now checked, you can also change that status to unchecked or checked. So let's say we have selected the unchecked and then yeah, save it and we rerun this test. So let's see what happened. So first it will open the website and then it will try to click on this checkbox and then it will try to click on the remove button, but before removing before clicking on this remove button, we have added this assertion which says validate checkbox. So what does it do? It will be validating that the expected status which we want is unchecked. So it will wait for it, and yeah, here you can see this step failed. The test is failed. Why? So if you look carefully on the message, Here it says checkbox should be unchecked, but it is checked. So yeah, our assertion worked. That's how you can put assertions and see how our test is working, like it's failing or not. So now we will be seeing how to validate a text. So for that I will be using this as an example, and I have added it already in the base URL. So without further ado, let's just start the recording. And what you need is click on this, and yeah, again click on this and stop the recording. So now we have two steps which says add element or delete element. What we are going to do is we are going to validate the text on that element. How to do it? So just click on the testing predefined steps, and there you will be seeing this validation which says validate element visibility, or you can say validate element text. You can use both, but right now we will be using this validate element text. And why we will be using this, I will explain it later. So click on it and it will open up the step, and which element you want to validate. I want to validate this add element button. So click on it and then close it. So now you can see add element validation is here, which says expected value is add element on this target button. So if it's add element, it will be passed, and if it's not, it will be failed. And why I not added the visibility validation on it? Because if you click on it, there is a checkbox which says element must be visible. So yeah, it's already checking that the element is visible. Element should be visible before going to the next step. So right now I will fail this validation intentionally. Why? In order to check like it's working or not. So I will be changing the expected value to element, and I will be overriding the timeout to instead of 30 second to 5000 millisecond, and click on save. Then we run this test case. Now it will open the website, and first it will go to the website, then click on add element. After that it will try to validate this text on this element, and it will fail. Why? Because this text is not present on this element, because I have changed this text. So yeah, the website is loaded now. It's clicked. Now it's checking. Yeah, here you can see the test is failed, and the reason is like this assertion. So add element is expected, but the actual is this element. So there is a double M which was expected, but there was single M in the actual result. So that's how you can use text validation. But you can also add more validations. So if you just click on this testing predefined steps, there are many validations and wait. So let's just add a wait, so you just have the idea. So wait for the element to be visible. So let's just wait for this element to be visible. So I think this is already visible. So but right now you have the idea how it's working and how it's not. And change this assertion back to the original. Click on save and run it again. I don't know why it's taking too much time in loading to this website. I think the website is slow suddenly. but yeah, it's taking too much time in loading the website. So it's landed on the page. Now it will click on this button, and then it will delete the button, and then yeah, it is waiting for the element. So yeah, that element is not present. Why? Because I have deleted that element. So it will wait until the element is visible. So let's just make it visible by clicking on it, and now it's visible. So it's validated, and yeah, test completed successfully. Why it completed successfully? Because I click on add element button during the run, and that delete button appears. But in general, it was going to fail. Why it was going to fail? Because if you look at carefully on the steps, first we add element, then we validate the element text, and then we click on delete, which delete this button. After that we are waiting for this delete button, but when we click on delete it is removed, and we are still waiting for this button to be visible. So that's why I make a manual click in order to pass it. But yeah, if I didn't make a click, it was going to fail. So let's just rerun it, and this time I will change it override timeout to 5000. So yeah, we don't need to wait too much, and rerun it. Now Testim is setting up this page for testing. So this time it run fast. So this time this test is going to fail. Yeah, there you can see element not found. Go back to the editor. So yeah, this failed. Why? Because this element was not present, and we were waiting for this element. So yeah, that's how you can add multiple validations on elements text. And yeah, that's all for today.
So guys, if you like my video, then please share it and subscribe my channel.